Every morning, a silent battle begins in millions of homes. A battle between routine and romance, between silence and connection. And somewhere between the coffee brewing and the alarm clock buzzing, love is either nurtured or neglected. The truth is, most men forget the little things that matter most to women. It's not about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's about what you do every single morning, those sacred minutes that set the tone for the entire day. If you're married, you already know. A woman's heart is not won once, it's won daily. And too often, husbands fall into autopilot. The morning rush takes over. A nod replaces a kiss. A grunt replaces a conversation. But what if you could flip that? What if you could turn every morning into an act of love, power, and presence? What if your wife started looking at you again, like the man she first fell for? In this video, I'll show you 5 powerful morning rituals, simple yet transformative, that will reignite connection, command her respect, and make her feel truly seen. Do this every morning, and watch how she smiles at you differently. Let's begin. Number 1, speak her love language before anything else. Before the day throws its chaos at you, before emails, chores, or even breakfast, speak to her heart in the way she understands best. This isn't just about sweet words, it's about intentional communication. According to Dr. Gary Chapman's renowned research on the 5 love languages, every person receives love differently. Some crave words of affirmation, others need physical touch, acts of service, quality time, or gifts. You might be showing love the way you feel it, but if it doesn't match her language, it's like speaking French to someone who only understands Chinese. If her love language is words of affirmation, start your morning by looking her in the eyes and telling her something sincere. I'm so lucky to wake up next to you. If it's acts of service, make her tea. Handle the kids, fold her blanket. If it's physical touch, don't let her leave the room without a hug, a kiss, or even holding her hand for a second longer than usual. Do this every single morning, not occasionally. She'll begin to feel understood. And when a woman feels understood, she becomes emotionally open. And that's the foundation of deep intimacy. Here's the catch. It takes observation and intention. You must become a student of your wife's emotions. Learn her patterns, moods, and subtle cues. This isn't about control, it's about connection. A woman feels most safe, most feminine, and most attracted to a man who notices what others miss. Morning is the perfect time to give her that. It's quiet, it's intimate, it's unfiltered truth. Start the day by loving her in her language, and you'll see her start loving you with her eyes again. Number 2, be the calm in her storm. Every day brings noise, unpredictability, and stress. From work deadlines to the kids' breakfast preferences changing in 2 minutes, the modern woman wakes up with a mind already racing. In that chaos, be her peace. A Stoic man doesn't just exist in his morning, he commands it. Before your wife even opens her eyes fully, you should already be mentally prepared to hold space, not to fix her, not to advise her, but to center her. Wake up earlier, breathe deeply, be still. When she enters the room, don't meet her stress with your own. Don't rush, don't complain. Simply say, "How are you feeling this morning?" Then listen, not with your ears, but with your eyes. Notice her body language, her tone, her silence. According to psychological studies, emotional attunement is one of the strongest predictors of relationship satisfaction. It means sensing your partner's emotional state and responding with calm presence. Make her coffee, hug her without expectation, hold her waist in silence. This isn't submission, it's masculine leadership. A strong man doesn't match her energy, he anchors it. When your wife knows that every morning begins with your stability, not your stress, she begins to trust you at a cellular level. That trust will show up in the way she talks to you, touches you, even fights with you. Be the emotional thermostat, not the thermometer. Set the tone, be unshakable, she'll feel safe. And when a woman feels safe, she becomes soft, radiant, and loving. Your calm is not passive, it's a daily gift that whispers, "I've got you." Number 3, reaffirm her importance. Don't assume she knows. Here's a hard truth. Just because she's still with you doesn't mean she still feels wanted. So many men make this tragic mistake. They assume commitment equals emotional security. But a woman's sense of value in a relationship must be renewed, just like trust. And the morning is the best time to do that. Wake up and tell her something specific. I admire how you handled that situation with your mom. Or, you looked beautiful last night when you laughed at that movie. These aren't throwaway lines, they are emotional vitamins. According to psychologists, the brain remembers emotionally charged compliments far longer than generic ones. Specific praise sticks. It gives her a mental replay of her worth. Take 30 seconds. Yes, just 30, and look at her like she's the only woman in the world. Not like a chore, not like a roommate, but like the woman you'd still chase if you had to win her all over again. Hold her face. Say it slowly. Let it sink in. Here's the magic. When a woman feels important in the morning, she carries that glow all day. She talks about you differently. She interacts with others differently. And at night, she'll look at you with admiration, not obligation. Never assume she knows. Make her feel it, see it, hear it daily. Number 4, share one silent moment without your phone. Phones are intimacy killers. Morning scrolls, email checking, news alerts, they all rob us of the sacred morning silence. Yet within silence lies connection. Set one rule for yourself. No phone for the first 15 minutes. Use that time to be present with her fully. Sit next to her. Say nothing. Just drink your coffee together. Look at the sun. Hear the birds. Let silence speak. Why is this powerful? Because in a world addicted to noise, silent presence is romantic. It says, I value this moment. I value you. Psychology tells us that shared silence strengthens emotional bonds, especially when paired with nonverbal affection. Hold her hand. Rest your hand on her knee. Lean your head into her shoulder. You don't need constant talking. You need constant presence. In these moments, there's no performance, no expectations, just two souls breathing the same morning. You might think she doesn't notice, but she does. She remembers how quiet you were that one morning, how peaceful it felt, how loved she felt without even saying a word. Give her that moment every day. Let your presence say, before I give the world my attention, I give it to you. Number 5, lead with a purpose and let her see it. One of the most attractive things to a woman is a man who wakes up with direction. Purpose is magnetic. It's masculine. It's rare. Don't just stumble into your morning. Rise with clarity and intention. Even if it's a small routine, reading a book, journaling, meditating, planning your day. Let her witness your discipline. When she sees that you're not just reactive but proactive, something shifts in how she views you. You become her rock, her guide, her protector. According to studies in relationship psychology, women are naturally drawn to men who demonstrate vision and leadership. You don't need to be rich. You need to be focused. Speak your purpose aloud. Let her hear your thoughts. Today, I'm going to focus on being calm at work. I'm planning to tackle that big project today. These aren't bragging rights. They're confidence rituals. When she sees you leading your own life with discipline, she begins to feel safe following your emotional lead. Purpose brings structure, and structure brings trust. Every morning is a chance to show her, not through words but actions, that you are a man of mission. And nothing is more desirable than a man who moves with quiet confidence and intentional strength. Conclusion. The truth is, marriage is not built in milestones. It's built in mornings. Every sunrise gives you a sacred opportunity to show up, to lead with love, to remind her that she chose a man who doesn't just exist in her life, but elevates it. When you begin your day by loving her in her language, when you become her peace, not her pressure, when you speak life into her soul before the world wears her down, when you share sacred silence and let her witness your unwavering purpose, you don't just become a better husband, you become unforgettable. In a world full of distracted, disconnected men, you'll stand out, not because you shouted the loudest, but because you showed up when it mattered most. First thing in the morning. So start tomorrow with intention. Be bold, be present, be silent, be strong, and watch your wife fall in love with you again. One morning at a time. If this video spoke to your soul, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with a man who needs to hear it. And remember, great men don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it every single morning.